Thanks so much to the council members or the council folk, as they now convene. Julia, thanks for the excellent words. So I'd like to take us back 100 years, actually 104 years ago. In 1911, the Italian government recognized the value of purchasing goods and services from democratic, worker-controlled businesses. In 1912, a company was founded called the Cooperative Construction Consortium. That company is still alive today. It is the largest construction company in Italy. It employs over 20,000 people, and it does over 5 billion euros a year in revenue. And it's because policies like Intro 423, policies that support democratic, majority worker-controlled enterprises, that Italy today is the global leader, with 7% of their labor force working at worker cooperatives. And it's really important to recognize that these policies have not only helped poor people, but they've also bolstered a middle-class economy in Italy's richest and most prosperous regions. Now today we are witnessing the government of the City of New York also recognizing the importance of connecting public spending to businesses that are owned and controlled by their workforce. And it's really important to acknowledge that the city is making this recognition at the same time as providing programmatic funding support for worker cooperative developers to transition existing businesses to worker control. That New York is providing programmatic support to launch worker cooperatives that are spun off from the institutional needs of some of our city's largest anchor institutions. And that the city is also providing programmatic support for planning and startup of targeted, high-growth companies that are also democratic and majority worker controlled. So these two things, these two components, recognizing the value of city purchasing of goods and services from worker cooperatives and city support for worker cooperative business development together, I think those two things make for a really powerful combination. Intro 423 presents a bold and progressive new vision for the future of New York City's economy. For those of our fellow New Yorkers who face the greatest economic hardships, and for a flourishing and vibrant middle class. Thank you so much.
Let's all keep in mind, New York City contracts out $17 billion a year in goods and services. Worker cooperatives are already providing lots of goods and services. So if we want to achieve on the city council side and the mayoral administration side promoting economic equity, then 423 makes sense to make sure worker cooperatives have an equal opportunity to access that $17 billion in contracted goods and services.